Bella, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Now you've just finished work. A lot of people take the day off, but you've finished a hard day work. Why don't we start with name, mob, and where you're from?
My name is K-TOM. I'm from Torres Strait, and I'm from Danley Aruba, and that's from Boigu. And our mob is Crocodile Clan.
And when did you leave the island and come to Cairns, or were you born in Cairns and went back to the island and did school there, or?
No, I born in Thursday Island, and because my dad was a shire worker, he gave me job on the council up there because there was a seawall program was going. So I worked for that Torres Shire Council for a little bit. And yeah, Arthur was the main road supervisor. He saw my work ethic on the machine. And he told my dad, he said, after this project, my send his son down to Cairns Council because he'd be really good down there getting things done.
Wow.
That was in 1989.
1989. So you've been working. Let's start with your business, actually. The name of your business.
My business name is K-TOM Excavations, Proprietary Limited. Yeah.
And your name, I'm assuming that's your name abbreviated
Yeah.
for the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you worked for council for many years. Tell me about those first few years. Around 1989, what was it like for you at that time when you first started working here in Cairns? We briefly talked about Cairns was one dirt road, completely different.
Yeah, it was completely different. There was a project for concrete line drain. That was the reason I come down here to work for council. And yeah, it was like new, everything new because, first time I moved to Cairns too, it was learning process for me. Yeah.
Now, you said you worked prior to coming to Cairns. Were you doing machinery then? What was the first process of your job to operating machinery and building bridges and stuff now? Where did it start? Digging holes? Were you, how did you learn?
I learned through council. Yeah. But I already had a little bit of experience because my dad's cousin, Uncle Richard, he used to look up at the quarry on Thursday Island. And he has to go there after school and I has to jump on the loader then and he teach me with the backhoe and stuff.
Wow.
And I always had interest in that. So when I come to council, they were looking for operators then, but there was no digger. There was a bobcat with attachment. So that's when I first started. I think it was mid-90s when I started operating for council.
The mid-90s. Take me back. What were you wearing? What was the hairstyle?
It was long dreadlocks, cut off shirt.
Yeah.
There was no, that health and safety how it is now these days.
Yep.
Yeah. We get the stage we were doing upgrade on the footpath on Seal Street. And, we were shoveling wheelbarrow, them dirt from out of them shops. And I just look at them, but there's someone going to have to make life easy for us. And they say, if you can do it, jump on that. So I went and get the attachment. I was already full-time then for council. So I jumped on it. They said, mate, don't stop. That's when I start.
That's it.
Yeah. Right up until, excavator, when the excavators come out, I think it was 90, oh no, I operated right up until 2003. That's when the first excavators come out, the little ones.
So you learn how to use these machines just on the job.
On the job, which is a good thing about council, because nowadays they send you to go and get a ticket.
Yes.
That's the only time you sit on it, and then when they send you to, they say, you show your ticket and they send you to the job, you got no experience whatsoever. I was lucky. I was with council, and they sent me to job, and I figured it out, and I learned as I was going along. Yeah.
You've always had a strong work ethic. Where did that come from?
My dad, I think, both my mom and dad, they both work for public servant. My mom was at the hospital, and my dad was a shire worker till they retire. Yeah, I think it was just from my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you had some toys when you were a little kid. Tell us about that.
Yeah, for my birthday or Christmas presents, dad always buy me like the truck, them tipper trucks, excavators, loaders to play on the sand. Yeah, and that's how and I look back now, and I look back all along, I said, this was that thing that I used to do, and I was loving it. I used to build my own quarries and build roads in the sand because we always live near the shoreline, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like build it properly. Like I get a bucket of water and I spray on the sand, make it wet so it sticks properly, and make all these little bridges and stuff. Yeah.
So there's a creative element there as well. Like you're imagining, you're young, you're building things in your mind, and then learning the tools to build roads and build bridges. And
Now you say that this job what I've done out here, all my job, but this one here, council just telling me the other day I'm a very creative person. How I shaped it, how I built it, and how I shaped it.
yeah.
Because now this job what I'm doing now is my full responsibility.
What is one of the greatest things about having your own business?
I don't have to worry about something gonna be different for me for the day. That's how council set me up this way. They did put me on another private contractor, but it doesn't suit me. I told them straight, I said, I can't see myself work for nobody because the attitude is different. And I always worry about whether if he's in a good mood or stuff like that. That's the reason, yeah. For me, it's like, I just want to be in my own element. That's the reason why I want to start my own business.
I like that you said element.
Yeah.
Because when you said the word element, I had a vision in my head of you as a child playing with the toys. Because I see things differently as well. I see pictures and stories in my head.
Yep.
And you said element, and no one said element. They've said I like to have my own structure and my own, but that element, you're in your element, and it's creative, and you're telling stories. And when you grew up, how much was culture when you were here in Cairns and you started to build road? How much culture were you bringing in and bringing awareness of Torres Strait Islander men working in the council, operating big machinery? Was there many Torres Strait Islander men at that time doing that?
No. Even to these days here, I'm the only Torres Strait Islander here operating machine for council.
Wow. So you're a role model.
Yeah, yep. Yep, and they trusted me a lot. Yeah.
How does that make you feel knowing that, you're...
It just make me, I'm not like, for me, like it's not an end. I can't see no end. It doesn't make me feel any special ending. Just another day.
When did you establish your business? When did this amazing shirt, by the way, like when did you decide the name My Business Now? What year was that?
That was the end of 2017. End of 2017.
Can you take me back to that time? The morning you made the decision in your head, how you felt, and you went. How did you feel?
It was like pretty good because it turned out like as a blessing because I had the same. It was like a vision that all fella that council put me with, and all that feeling and the vision of person that I will meet, that how he will treat me, exactly with that old man. So council said, you go champion this digger. And then I cooperated for him for about 9-10 years, full-time council jobs every day. I walk in there Monday morning, he said, Kenny, I had enough. It was 71, I think. He said, sign this paper. I already talked to the council. They said, you sign this paper, you're going to get yourself, you're going to take that truck and that excavator there now, they're yours.
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, brother, I had tears in my eyes, you know.
I'm going to get tears in my eyes.
The day I handed over the paper to IBA, I think it was like next day, Bill ring me up. He said, don't take the truck back. I already got the money from IBA. They're yours. It's already been transferred. Thanks God for that.
But you'd worked for years, put in the hard work, showed up, reliable, role model.
Yep.
There's a lesson, I think, there for young people today.
Yep.
They holding a job for 6 months, and is there something? I want to get back to this story, but is there something there that you'd like to pass on about work ethic and,
It's an interest. You have to have interest in it. If you don't have interest, I see a lot of people come in there for different reasons. They open the business up, don't last long, they close it. Yeah, the bottom line is interest. You have to have interest in it. And always stay positive every day, because I keep telling some of them mates, I said, life wasn't meant to be easy. You have to wake up every morning for a challenge, I said, like I said, but when you come down to start your own business, you have to have the interest and focus.
I love that. Because without the focus, you can lose interest.
That's right.
But you have to be interested in it to sustain.
That's right.
Show up every day.
Yep.
Even the hard days.
Yep.
You said the word focus. You honed in your element. Society, do you believe it can sometimes heighten stress, anxiety? There's drama that can be attached to that. And was part of you and the way you operate is to preserve your mental health, emotional health, spiritual, cultural health.
You have to adopt yourself away. That's what you say in the all the anxiety and all this. But I don't even watch TV most of the time, from news and stuff like that, because I got my own focus somewhere else. This one here to me is like, it's nothing. It's mean nothing to me. I'm deeply interested on the other side. It's the creativity stuff. That's when I adopt myself. Every job I do, right up to we get the plan for the job, but they don't have the levels and everything, because council is work different. Council have their own surveyors and designers, and there's not much. I just doing 3. So I told them, I'll build it, just follow me behind, and you just can mark the job while I'm doing the work. They just give me the guideline, just peg the guideline for me, and I'll build it. They come behind and they check the level, and we build it to the end. When we get there, now the plan is completed.
I'm very curious about this creative side. I love creativity. That's where I live. Culturally, spiritually, do you see things? Do you have experiences? Do you sense things?
I sense things. Yeah, because for me to connect to this land, I have to go to Pomporo. This was back in the 80s. Early 90s. I have to go to Pomporo to see the millers, and they have to smoke me we went to this little waterhole somewhere, and they water and put the smoke on me and stuff like that for me to connect, because I was thinking if I'm going to dig beside all these services that are very sensitive, at least I know that I connect to this land and I can break nothing. So that this business structure was always in my mind to this day, because I was thinking one day if I load my business and I will break water main and stuff like that, council can hire you again because they think you're capable of breaking all the services and stuff.
Yes.
For me to avoid that, I went up to Pomporo and see all the mold handlers there, tap me like that with the thing just to make me connect to the land.
Wow.
That's how I see it, because this is their land.
Yeah.
I'm from Torres Strait.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's been working. I haven't breaking any services. I dig next for like 400 main, like only about 200 mil away. I dig it. Or gas main, like 100 mil. All the city there, all the turning lane, all the car park, all the trees are planted. I plant every single one of them.
Wow.
All the turning lane, the traffic light. There was no turning lane before. I done all the turning lanes.
So there's a lot of risk involved with it.
It is. It is.
And what if there's plans that aren't updated? You don't know what's under that ground. How do you, this is where instincts and, like you said, you have a different way of managing the land. There's a cultural thing there.
Cultural thing, definitely.
And I love that we can talk about that in this space.
Yep.
Because it's real.
It is.
What is the next 3 to 5 years look like for you and your business? Creatively, spiritually? Talk me through that.
Well, I can't see myself stop in this next 5. I'm thinking you have to think of, like, some people say they're thinking 10 years. Me, I got 50-year plan in my head all the time. Always think of furthest way as possible. So you got all, you think like you got a long way to go, and you planned it that far. The short one always run out quick. So you go for the long ones, them long 50-year plan in your head.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Short ones end quick.
End quick, yeah.
Never heard anyone say that. You're saying lots of things but a very specific way, and it makes a whole lot of sense because you've got to set small, achievable goals to get to that.
Yeah.
That end game, that long-term goal.
Yeah.
Are there lessons that this industry is teaching you about life? Working in this industry, excavation, landscaping, is that what industry this would be under?
Yep.
What has it taught you?
Taught me more of connecting to the, say, when I get there, I don't start straight away. I like to censor the area first. I censor it, make me connect to it, then I start. Because for some reason, everything just fall into places as you go,
Wow.
Yeah. That's why, because I know we used to use shovel back in the days, and when you're in that city area, it's always services everywhere. That's the reason when I went up to Pomporo, after that when I come back and I jump on the digger, I can go like full bucket. For some reason, I just take that little bit, it just by itself, take the little bit, bang, find the top of services. I don't know who done that half cut.
Yeah.
I was full digging for the last 2 buckets. For some reason, I tell my kids, but they're not really focusing on what I'm trying to say to them. Not everybody do this.
Yes.
For some reason, I just take 100 mil off. I didn't even want to take 100 mil off. I want to take full bucket off, full depth. But
wasn't
then
to happen.
And I see top of the service. Always been just top of services.
That you can't make that up.
No.
There's reasons why that happens.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Boom, finish.
Yep.
There's a reason why you're doing this work.
See, I come into it in a spiritual way as well. This, that connect to the land, and I reckon if you come in the proper, respectful way, you're blessed that way.
I love that we can have this conversation about this, because when I'm having conversations about creative screen work stuff in a proper setting, we can't talk about spiritual stuff. We're on a panel and talking in front of people. We have to, be all gammon professional. But I love that we can talk about work, any industry and all industries, and there is a spiritual and a cultural element to it that guides us. You having your own business, how important is it for First Nations men and women to have a business, to start a business, to chase a dream? What would you tell the young people?
Go for it. Go for it, but use it respectful way. Because, like I said, my biggest improvement was when I connect to this land. That's when everything went smooth from there on. The one that was indigenous people like that one down here, don't look back. Just do it respectful way and take it. Because we connect to this land is different than anybody else. We so like attached to, like I always been playing dirt. That is like, because my dad was an undertaker up on the islands. And we used to help him dig graves by hand back in the days.
Wow.
So that's why, like, I'm attached to them, playing with dirt all the time. So like I said, for this generation here, as long as you use it respectful way and focus, can't go wrong.
When it comes to your business, are there any challenges that you found, and how did you overcome those challenges? It could be just balancing personal life, emotional, or weather, or what are some challenges that you found?
I just live day-to-day life. But whatever comes, it comes. Hey, when I get to the job, it's like I'm telling this is what I told my wife. I said, I got switch. When I turn it off, it's off. When I get the job set, I turn it on. And when I turn it on, I know what I'm going to do. So I'll talk to the council supervisor, this is what we're going to do for the day. So as I jump in that truck, switch off.
Wow. Did you always have that?
Always. No stress, nothing.
I feel like there's a lesson for people out there, because that mindset and that attitude is a way to protect your mental health. It's a way to protect your energy and your focus, to flick a switch, understand that there's things that you can't control, but stay focused like that near miss. And then when the job's done or when you leave work, to shut off. Focus on what's important. What do you do in your spare time away from work that gives you joy or fulfillment?
I usually, I don't think about work at all. Well, especially weekend or mainly food. That's all I worry about, what I'm going to eat for the day or something to do at home. And always stay on top of things. Don't let home things stress you out.
Protecting your peace.
Protecting my peace. That's right.
That's so important, because if you can't protect yourself, your feelings, your peace, how are you going to serve others? How are you going to be calmer and, a better person? I'm enjoying these lessons because I'm actually getting a lot of my nature from you. I am told sometimes that I need to do things a bit more when I just enjoy my work, my purpose. And then when I'm not doing that, it's just family and stillness a lot of the time. And I enjoy my peace and my quiet time and, good food, a good coffee.
All day, brother. Coffee all day.
That's it.
Well, that thing with them, when they family and they complain, Bala didn't come. I said, look, I see this over the years. When I go there, you're complaining to me, but I won't solve it for you. You just chuck your burden for me that I will never solve it. I don't know why you even tell me about this problem.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm not turning up for nothing. Because you interfere in me and you give me your problem for me, like for what? I'm not the person who go around and it is like ring them. Nah. I'm very, very personal person, like independent for myself.
I love that. And I think that's important because everyone nowadays, and this is just my opinion, they feel like they need to please everyone but sometimes you just need to do things for yourself. You need to take that quiet time. You need to stop. And for Mob, it's very hard for us because family is such a big thing and it's so ingrained in us. But sometimes our family, we need to just separate a little bit for mental health. If I go back home, sometimes there's people in the family not talking to each other and it's hard for me not to get involved. So over the years, I've pulled away and people think I don't care. It's not that I don't care, it's I care too much and I can't get invested. So I protect my peace to be a better father and to be more calm. And it may be resonating with you, but I feel like you've got a great, you can preserve your energy well and stay focused for the 50-year goal. Because I'm very much, I think, big as well.
Yep.
Big goals.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly me.
Love it.
Yeah. One time, I think this was a few years ago now, I said, I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to pull a park break. I'm going to try to respect what I want. And all them family just went, oh, he changed. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to put myself first for my goal. Because I always had a vision and a plan in my life. I want to chase that. Yeah, the same people in family told me that, yeah, I've changed. I said, I'm still the same person, but my goals are different from your goal. And me, I want to complete what my goal was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to change.
Yep.
And it's when people don't change and you just grow different ways. It's not that you're growing higher or better than anyone. You're just growing different ways.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes people are only meant to be in your life for a season, or a season or a couple of seasons. Life is seasonal, ups and downs, highs and lows. And some people think that summer's going to last forever. And it's like, no, we're in autumn now and I'm going this way. It doesn't mean I don't still love you.
Yep, yeah, no.
Still my family.
Still my family.
But we just have goals. And that, I believe for me, my goals give me purpose. What do your goals do for you?
Same thing. And I want to see it success. Success, I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because only I can do it.
Yes.
Nobody will do it for me.
Yes.
That's the reason why I pull away from all them stuff now. Yeah. Focus.
The next 3 to 5 years, what are some of the goals for you? Could be a personal goal or for your business, could be a new piece of machinery.
Well, in these next 5 years, I want to buy me a tipper truck. See, all my mates, they are big bosses.
Yes.
And if I buy a truck, they'll go straight work for council. Straight away. But beside that, there's things out there that I can do too. Because you know what, brother, I never work for other organization. Just been council. But I want to just outside too. Because council, they're scared for me to go work outside because otherwise I'll never come back.
Yes.
That's why they say, you're not going nowhere, brother.
Yeah, we want you to ourselves.
Yeah. So we can get things done,
Yeah, they know your skill set. They respect your skill set, your capabilities. You get the job done.
Yep.
But your sights are growth.
That's what I want. Sky's the limit, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, tipper truck, how big are we talking?
10-yarder. So you can load them dirt because,
That's because I'm envisioning, if you showed me a photo, I knew, but I'm imagining a big truck. If it's what is a 5-ton excavator, you said?
five and a half ton excavator.
Oof.
And yeah, my goal is there on tipper truck. Only if IBA can, approve that. And that truck will never stop work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep growing, keep building. Then you're going to reach out to IBA, get support there to get that tipper to keep growing.
Yep.
Expand your fleet.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm the same. My tipper is a certain camera that I want to get to.
Yep.
Very thing. It's tools to do a job,
That's right.
and the jobs that you want to do require different tools.
Yep.
What do you believe is part of your nature, your relaxed, focused nature, apart from ingrained? Do you think, through your ancestor line, what you may have been 500 years ago, where you would have been in the community, a guide, a mentor? Would you have been working with custom, with medicine,
It's always been creativity. I did try it. Art.
I knew it. I just knew you're an artist in heart, like just your spirit and the way there's this passion and this attention to detail that only artists, I believe, have. Tell me about that.
Well, I really found myself, my skill was, there was a bishop who was going to come out to the island, and they said, we have to make something that he will take it back with him. Brother, I made coconut. I carved it out of a tree, coconut, with branches and everything. Stand. I didn't have to add stands on. I built with a stand, and I was only like 15, 16. I was that age.
I knew it.
And a few years later, I saw a photo of his house. I see the coconut was standing in his house.
Come on.
True honest to God. That's when the creativity comes in.
Wow. I know if you say true God, I know it's real. Wow. See, I just, there was something about you. I sensed an artist. You're an artist. And you just, what'd you carve it with? Just tools, rocks?
Yeah, no, it was axe done most of it. Then the sandpaper after that. Because on the island there wasn't much tool. Yeah, just axe shape it all. Then just sandpaper it all back. Even with them leaf, axe them on. Yeah, and we making it out of wangai tree. That nice hardwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one.
Are there any other bits of art that you've delved in over the years? Any painting, any writing, anything that?
No, it's always something to do on that side of building,
Yes, with your hands.
Yeah. It was always, when it comes down to drawing, it's not that much.
Yeah.
I did try that now. When it comes down to build something, I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need people like you that have that. I can't build things, but I can write stories, envision stories, bring that vision to life. But then I need people like you to help me build that vision.
Yeah.
And people that build the sets, and it's magic. I love it.
I feel that. I can see that. It's like, because I think because of my vision.
Yes.
Vision played playing my role, Yeah, I can one time picture vision at one time, like how it's gonna be. I don't see how it's gonna start. I already see how it's gonna look, finish. So I'm gonna aim on that, how it's gonna finish, finish plan.
Wow. That's cool. That's really cool, because when I knew what your business was, I try not to do too much research on my guests. Not because I don't want to do my research, but I like to find things out.
Yeah.
I like to yarn it out and talk about it, because if we would have spent 30 minutes, 40 minutes on the phone having a chat, I wouldn't be making these discoveries right now about
that's
what you do and your purpose.
Yep. For us, I can say for us, indigenous people of this side here, this country, and there is something, if you commit to it, you will be blessed. You just sacrifice, because you can't just doing everything and get blessed for it. You have to sacrifice to get blessed.
And is there anything that you're watching now? Any music, podcasts, any books? What's your jam at the moment? What's your go-to?
I like keyboard.
Keyboard?
Yeah.
Of course, you're a musician. I should have known.
It's mainly like, but I just reggae mainly, island reggae. When you're in the digger, see, you constantly move. You're moving with many thumbs up. It's the main part of your work.
Yep. So you need to get those fingers going sometimes.
They have to be loose. Yeah. So
keyboard,
fishing.
Fishing.
That's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Singing?
Oh, I sing at home. Oh, I used to be in the band back in the days.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
With my two brothers.
Oh,
we used to sing on the pubs around Cairns.
Yeah. You really are an artist.
Yeah. I play just about every instrument.
Yeah?
Bass, guitar, drum, bass, keyboard.
Oh, if I would have known, I would have hooked up a bass somehow.
I can pattern them too. If I tell them, brothers, when we used to, for my creativity, I create bass for certain song. Every song have different style. I can listen to it, then I start mellow, then 3 pattern or 2 pattern for the whole song.
Yep.
That's it.
Always had that gift?
Always, yeah. I think mom and dad, I started from ukulele when I was little. Mom and dad bought us band set. I was only about 9 then.
Yeah.
I was playing bass back then. My older brother was drum. My older sister was guitar and sing.
Yeah. Wow. What was the name of the band?
AKO band.
Yeah, okay.
So my younger brother, just 3 brothers, mom and dad didn't name Sissy Mavis. So that's Aaron, Kennedy, and Audric, AKO band.
Yeah. Now, there's nowhere we can find any old songs, any old jams?
Well, I did recording with Kura Stephen. I don't know if you heard about him, Kura Stephen. He passed away now. He had a record. There's a song in there that's called Nibe Nibe. I play bass for that one. Raw brother.
Yeah, okay.
He played his way. I was in that bike because he wanted me to put my special, because I got a special way of jamming the keyboard.
Yeah.
With 3 keys, all up 6, high and low.
Yep.
But give too many information away. I'm not that kind of a person. I said, look, you know what? I just gonna background. So I just background all them songs with the keyboard.
Mm.
And when it comes to Nibe Nibe, because I've already done a pattern for it, when I was at home, just play. He said, "How Kura?" We were in Diamond Studio at Edmonton. I said, I got a pattern for this bass. So I said, I play it and you listen to it.
Love it.
And I pumped the bass for the music. He said, that's it. Downstairs. Yeah, Nibe. If you go to our Kura, I think he went to IBA for something too. All these songs are in this. It was government funded. What's the name?
Yeah. I'll have a look after this.
Nibe in Google.
Keen to have a listen.
Yeah.
I was hoping I'd get some singing of yours. I was hoping I'd find you. If I want to sing in, I got to find you on the excavator, eh?
The excavator only, brother.
Just the island beats, island jams. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's deadly. Where can people find you? Where can people find your business so that anyone watching that wants to get in touch or has an inquiry about some services, where can they find you?
Well, I'm Cairns locally owned business. Yeah, I got a website on Facebook, K-TOM Excavations.
Yep, K-TOM Excavations.
Yep.
I'll get all the links. We'll make sure that if people need you, they can find you. Now, is there anything that you would like to share? Maybe a motivational statement, a quote that you live by, a prayer, something that will close the episode. It could be anything. You could just say, thank you. But, just
I always think when I get the job in the morning, blessing, ask for blessing.
Mm.
And when I finish, I'll say, thanks for the day.
Yes.
Thank you, the Heavenly Father. Thank you, God.
Mm.
Yeah. Always.
Essa, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for yarning.
Thank you, Brother Dave.